Where do you find hope in developing racial resilience? Structural racism, as you shared, is a given, and it is so deeply embedded in our culture, our history, our economy, and it's everywhere. It's pervasive. So, with so much stacked against it, where do you find the hope that this work of anti-racism is meaningful, is relevant, and is making a difference?
Uh, for me, I actually find a lot of hope right now in my wife and her sisters. They're reading books about race and racism, and that's not something they ever did before. Well, my wife did, but not with her sisters. And so that's taking place more. There's more white people are talking about race and racism in more and more intelligent ways. And that gives me hope. Um, and I also draw hope from my relationship with Chris, that this is something that fuels me and keeps me going. And I have conversations about it. Deepening our understanding of race is also a process of actually deepening our relationship and our friendship. And so those are two sources. And I'm sure Chris has more to offer as well.
Yeah, so just to add on to what Seth said, so I teach at a predominantly white institution at the University of San Diego. And in the last 3 years, I've taught, all my classes have race in them at some point, but a few of my classes, we are race and religion. We go really deep. And I have seen, and Seth has seen as well, profound transformation. And students who otherwise, I mean, people you would not believe would ever grow, because our school requires students to take a diversity level 2 class. So you have to take a class that really is going to challenge your worldview. They don't have to take my class, right? Because they know, because students fill out those surveys, so they know what my class is really going to do to you or has the potential to do to you, right? But the students have taken it, and I have seen just profound change from students that come in that are politically conservative, economically conservative, grow to maybe still hold particular kind of political and economic conservative values in some ways, but challenge the racist paradigms that are latent within those values, right? So I'm not trying to change anybody's politics, right? But I am trying to help you make sure your politics aren't racist. Like that's, and so I've seen it, I've witnessed it, and it is amazing. It is amazing when you see students grow. And then I probably got around 40 emails from students when everything with George Floyd started happening, from students that have graduated years ago, because they're like, thank you so much for what you taught me. I wouldn't have been able to have these conversations with my parents, or I wanted to talk to my uncle about this and he was never really going to listen, and now he is, and I know what to say. And so I find hope in the youth. I find hope in people that are out marching in these streets still, that are multiracial, that are really standing up for what they believe in and what they know to be true, because they've grown up in a more racially open society than either of us grew up in. And so they already are seeing and challenging some of these structures. And this doesn't mean that it's perfect. Obviously, there's a long way to go. But man, it's so affirming, I would say, some of the emails I've gotten, and that's, I think, where I find hope in those students, and those who are really engaged in this work.